Hey everybody, welcome to the Power Hour of Love. I'm Charboil and this is...
El Bandito.
How's it going tonight, El Bandito?
Oh man, I am doing great. I'm having a super great Monday. What a way to kick off the week right here at the Power Hour of Love, guys. Because you know how it goes. We're spreading the love 1 hour at a time, and we got just the hour for you tonight because it is April Fool's. We've been having a hell of a fun day.
Woo!
But there's no joke that our masterful mod is back in the house, down there in the chat. Say what's up, everyone, to Aurelia joining us again after taking a hiatus of sorts there. So hopefully she's refreshed, revitalized, and ready to deal with all you wonderful, beautiful chat peoples out there.
Oh yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about tonight, man.
Our invisible Hulkster.
Yes, yeah. They had to do the April Fool's, Hulkamania there, man. But like you said, it is April Fool's, and we got a bunch of stuff to talk about that. But on the other side of Podunk News, we're going to be talking a little bit about Wrestlemania 35 that's coming next Sunday. So if you're a wrestling fan, you definitely want to check that out.
Absolutely, guys. If you know some wrestling fans out there that might be interested, man, make sure to share the video, share some links out, share the page, let everybody know that we're going to be talking about some wrestling right on the other side of the Podunk News. But we're going to tell you guys a little bit about the fun and awesome stuff going on this year for April Fools and throughout history with April Fools, man. It has been a pretty super exciting, fun time. I got to give a big shout out there to Do It Daryl saying, I love this intro. Thank you so much, dude. We love you, brother. Here's some Twitch love just for you right there.
Oh, yeah. Lots of love going down. And definitely, we love that intro, too. Rocking and rolling. If you like those tunes, you definitely got to check out the amazing Brando.
Yes.
He's the one that provided the sounds for that. And if you like those visuals, you definitely got to talk to El Bandito here, man, because he is a master wizard when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, I may know a guy. But, Aurelia, if you don't mind, if you could shout out Mr. Do It Daryl out there. He is the head of our server over at Frontier RP, where we played in Outlaws of the Old West last week, and I have just been having a fantastic time. I appreciate so much him letting me join the server and have some fun and role play with those guys out there. I have never RP'd online before. Senior Boyle and I are both longtime D&D players.
Oh, yeah.
So, I wasn't too terribly anxious about it, but I wasn't sure what I was getting into, and it was fantastic. I've absolutely been loving it. Aurelia can tell you that, not much will pull me away from a conversation from her, but even she was like, bro, they're calling Boone out there. You have to go. Just go, dude. So, yeah, we were chatting, and I had to go, get my Western on.
Oh, did they send that letter via the postal service to get you to come on out and get out there and rock and do some gunslinging?
The old Pony Express sent a message through the Book of Discordius to come find my ass.
That's awesome. Well, I watched definitely you guys rocking and rolling, doing the role playing over there on what is it, Legends of the Old West?
Outlaws of the Old West.
Outlaws of the Old West. And yeah, man, it looked like a lot of fun.
It is, dude.
And
you gotta get it. You gotta get it, Senior Bowl. It's only $20 in the Steam store.
Woo, yeehaw.
Epic, dude.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Aurelia's like, we need Boone the lawyer. Yes, I got appointed a lawyer yesterday in the Old West, so that's fantastic.
That's great, man. Well, no, lots of fun. If you guys haven't checked out our Wednesday night show, it's our game night where we get to go on there and rock out some great games with you guys. Legion of Love usually joins us in game, and so definitely if you guys have a game you'd like us to play or check out, definitely throw it on down in there, or just kind of wait to see what stuff we throw at you every week, because it's always something cool and new and stuff that we're like, hey, we want to share this with you.
Absolutely, guys. So that's Wednesday nights, 9 p.m., where you can catch us having a game night. And if you ever want to play some games with us, like Senior Bull said, let us know that you want to be a part of a Power Hour game night, and we will hook it up. We will make it happen, because the Power Hour is all about spreading the love and getting in touch with all you beautiful people is the perfect way to do just that.
Oh, yeah, man. Absolutely. Got to spread the love.
Especially considering next week, we have a pretty spectacular event going on.
Oh, yeah.
That's mostly focused around gaming and all of the wonderful people here that we've met on Twitch. That's right. Next Monday night at April 8th, 9 p.m., we will be kicking off our affiliate launch party. Thank all the beautiful people so much who've helped us on the journey to get affiliate, to make this big Twitch switch. Thank you to all of our loyal fans from Facebook and YouTube who've joined us here on Twitch and continue to support us and the friends and stream teamers that we've met out here. It just means the world. Like, we could go on and on for an hour just thanking you guys. So we figured we'll do it, and we're going to do that next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a good party, man. Like you said, we're sitting there. We got lots of great followers followers. But man, what do we?
Yeah.
We're kind of riding in right there. What on 95 followers?
We're at 95 followers, and of course we have our 100 follower giveaway, where once we reach 100 followers, we're going to give away 5 $20 Steam gift cards to randomly selected members of the Legion of Love. Of course, the Legion of Love are followers of the channel, so all you got to do is click that follow button. It's free. It doesn't cost you any money, but it means the world to us, so we super appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and make sure to tune in next week because we're going to have more prizes just besides that to celebrate us making affiliate and really feeling at home and welcome to this beautiful Twitch community. So thank you all so much, and of course, a special thank you out here. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to do her job for a minute. That mod right there, our master moderator, Aurelia, who really took us by the hand and guided us into this Twitch world. We can't thank you enough. You're the absolute best. Some Twitch love just for you. And, thanks.
Yeah, and like you said, next week we'll be partying down. But, man, why don't we go ahead and jump into some of this April 1st action?
Absolutely. I would love to, dude. I got to hit this one comment I just noticed here.
All right, let's see it.
Aurelia says, it seems like only yesterday that I was your 3rd follower.
Yes.
Y'all are the best. So happy to watch you grow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Again, we'll be celebrating that and going over that a bunch more next week, talking about some of the highlights and the greatest things that's happened to us since we've been part of this Twitch community. And again, we're going to be doing just a lot of fun stuff. Before we get into any April Fool stuff, we do have something to wrap up here as the first day of April. We're wrapping up something for March, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you say we take one last look at March Madness?
Hit it.
Oh, man.
I'm going to miss that jingle.
I know. We got to add that to something else because that's like a jam. Like that's some hype music right there. I dig it.
You know it.
But the March Madness video game edition that we put on all throughout the month of March was putting head-to-head a bunch of exclusive games from all the most popular consoles right now, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and the PS4. And we pitted them against 2... like non-exclusive games.
Yes.
Skyrim and Fortnite. Yeah, Of course, we played Skyrim a little bit on the Alexa one night here on the show. We may have to do that again on a game night.
That was pretty fun.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
But we're down right now to our final 2 contenders. You guys have voted. Your votes have been counted. And we're down to the final 2. Right? Our final 2 contenders was Halo 5 versus Skyrim.
Ooh, man. I mean, this is the main event, folks. Yeah. This is the epic battle.
Yeah. I may be a little biased to some Bethesda love. But all right, what do you guys think? What are the guesses in chat down there? Who do you guys think won? Who do you think won, Senior Bull? I know you know.
Oh, man.
I shouldn't be asking you, but I'm stalling.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I think Master Chief took home the win.
Yeah, I mean, the Dovahkiin, kind of a badass, though. I mean, if they really had to fight 1-to-1, who do you think would win?
Man.
Like, that's tough because Master Chief, like, kills planets.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
Oh, man, as much as, like I said, I love Bethesda, the Elder Scrolls rocks, I still think I'm going to give it to the Chief, man. He just, like you said, he's destroyed races before. So it's like, let's not.
Well, that just sounds bad. Doesn't it, to say he's destroyed races? Now it sounds like he's like a genocidal maniac or something.
Well, I mean, trust me.
I know what you mean. He destroyed planets full of people.
Yeah, the flood, definitely deserved to be destroyed because they were a very parasitic race. But yes.
We've got some guesses down there. Demo says he thinks that Skyrim won. DJ Napalm says he thinks Halo won. Aurelia agrees. DC coming in from Facebook saying the Star Trek Online game won. And Daryl says he thinks it's Skyrim won. Well, guess what, guys? You're all wrong. The vote is at a tie right now, and we need you guys to get out there and break the tie.
Yes.
So we're going to drop an exclamation point vote, if you don't mind, in the chat. We'll bring you to March Madness, guys. If you haven't voted in the final round yet, we're going to leave it open till 10 p.m. and live on the show. We're going to check the results and tell you guys who won. Because, it was sitting at halfway for the last few hours, and I was like, yoo-hoo.
But, yeah, definitely. So we're leaving it open a little bit longer, a little extension. But, yeah, it's in what's that called? The dead time or What do they call it?
It's in the end game now, I can tell you that. It's the final countdown.
Absolutely. It's just March trying to hang on. You know, we're both Pisces, so you know it's like it just
we hate to leave March.
I know it just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to go.
Celebratory time. But all right, guys, we appreciate it if you get out there and throw some votes again. We're not going to check it till 10 o'clock tonight. We'll let you guys know who the winners are right here live on the air. But moving on from that, we do have to let you guys know that the winner from the March Madness, whoever wins, we will be hosting an epic charity stream for. The details will come next week during our awesome affiliate show. And, of course, we're going to be doing that in honor of Aurelia's charities. She just absolutely smashed her goal for March, making over $800 for the 8-Bit Salute charities and Operation Supply Drop, where they get video games in the hands of servicemen downrange all over the world and in hospitals and recovering and stuff like that.
Great thing to get behind.
She's so fantastic. She does all her streaming for charity, and we wanted to help out with that. So whatever game wins March Madness, we're playing in a huge charity stream here in the month of April to support whatever charity she's going to start, repping this month, because she does pick a new charity every month to support. And yeah, she made over $800 for one charity in 1 month. Like, what a baller, so awesome. Dude. And super cool.
And thank you to all the Legion of Love who also donated. Definitely great group. And yeah, Ari, she's awesome. You gotta check her out.
All right. But we do have some fun April Fool's stuff to get into, and I'm sure you guys want to have a laugh and see some fun stuff. So first and foremost, we didn't really want to cover too much of the stuff that happened today because everybody would have seen stuff that's going on today. But if you guys want !AFD for April Fool's Day down in the chat, we'll drop you a link to a compilation of like today's best pranks, the best online pranks that people did. You might have seen some of them included in our promo video earlier. So thank you, Aurelia. She's the best. Look at her hitting all those exclamation points down there.
She's awesome.
I know. We should pay her or something. I feel bad. But yeah, so you guys can check that out. But otherwise, we did have one other cool thing. I almost forgot about this. But yeah, okay, I got to tell you guys a story about Quad God. Quad God is another awesome streamer. She's hung around here in the Legion once or twice before. And I love watching her stream. She's an absolute riot, a great gamer, a super ton of fun. And I was watching a stream of hers a couple weeks back where she was doing an unboxing, and she joked around that she would give the stickers that she got out of a crate to one of the fans of her show. And I was like, yo, dude, I'll totally take those. And she was like, well, yeah, man, you seem to really be a big fan of whatever this was when I opened it, so I will send you those stickers. A few days went by. I popped back into her stream, and she was like, yo, Power Hour, I totally lost those stickers, my man. So I was like, hey, dude, if you don't want to send me anything or you lost your stickers, like, that's cool. Like, I'm not going to feel bad. Maybe that's a little weird. We don't know each other or anything. And she's like, no, dude, I mailed you something else. And it's just a random thing for you to have. And I was like, all right then, dude, I'm going to open it live on stream on April 1st, So I hope you sent me something fun or funny because we got it right here.
It is April Fool's Day.
Yeah, so I hope it's not like anthrax or something. But
let me get on my protective suit over here.
Yeah, we'll see.
No.
But yeah, she's a pretty amazing streamer out there. Her stream is spelled just like it is there, Ori. If you want to drop her a shout out, that'd be fantastic. But she's rocking the Division 2 right now, an absolute badass sniper. So I recommend going there and checking that out if you haven't seen that. I also played with her on stream some Sea of Thieves, which was a blast, and that VOD might still be up. If not, there's some clips from it for sure. I shouted her out.
Awesome.
Nice. Look at that. Way a long time ago. Or he's all over it like white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm.
You know
I'm telling you. This is a very difficult to open box, and it's very sticky. Like all the label stuff is sticking to me. Ew. Let's see what we got.
Let's see.
It looks like packing paper.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
This is...
What is it?
Look at this.
What is it? What's in the bag?
It's a billet aluminum one-size-fits-all fire missile.
Oh,
nice.
Man.
If I'm not mistaken, this is... If I'm not mistaken, this is for, like... I don't know. I don't know what this is. I thought maybe it was a stopper for like wine or something. But check it out. It's a fire missile. If anyone knows what it is, let us know.
Absolutely.
It's just packing paper, J-Dog says. It is. It's like just lots of packing paper. but super cool. It's made out of aluminum. It says right here, K Project Billet Aluminum, something, something, something fits most, fire missile. So pretty cool, man. We'll have to look that up later. If anyone wants to look it up and find out what that is.
McPatch just says, I miss Pogs. There's like a slammer.
It does look like a Pog, right? But anyways, I appreciate it so much. This is very cool to get something from a fellow streamer out there in the Twitchverse, man, to take the time, to spend the money. I super appreciate it. And I'm sure I'll be even more excited when I find out what this is. I feel bad that I don't know.
Imagine if it's like a missile actually coming right to our location.
Dude, you know, she does have a command on her page called the red button. And if you click it, it's like, no, don't push it.
Oh, okay. Don't push it then.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. It's my own little fire missile button. That would make a lot of sense. We'll have to see. We'll find out. Literally can't find anything on it. I'll have to track her down and ask her. Super fun, though. I appreciate it. My fire missile, I'm going to keep it here with me on stream. Bam.
Fire.
Yeah, and if you guys get a chance, you want to see some fun gaming and talk to a chick that's kind of super crazy, like go out there, check out Quad God, man. I'm going to throw some Happy Mayo down here. This is her emote, which is a trip.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because she did the Mayo Challenge for charity, and you know, just totally took down like something like a 22-ounce bottle of mayo in like 15 or 20 minutes on stream one time, raising money for charity. So real trooper, man. Cool
there you
chick.
Go.
Is it a car cigarette lighter? Hole thingy? I don't know. It might be.
Oh,
I don't think so, though. But
that might be kind of cool, though. Yeah, so in your car, you'd have a little button that says
like a
fire.
button that you could push?
Ah, yeah, maybe that might.
Did Demo find it? Cigarette replacement accessory. It could be that.
That's pretty awesome, then. Yeah, you gotta put it there.
J-Dog's saying he thinks it's a cigarette lighter plug, too. Well, that's dope as hell. I wonder if this goes in like where you charge stuff in your car.
Yeah, exactly.
It's aluminum. It's going to electrocute myself when I touch it. Maybe that's to teach you not to push the red button.
There you go. Give you a little shock.
Yeah.
Shocker. All right, man. Well, no,
pretty
that's awesome.
Stuff. Very
Definitely.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Quad God, for being a
throw
fan.
Some Twitch love out there.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's pretty awesome. But now it's about time that we dig into some of these April 1st, April Fool's Day history and some cool stuff to share about, just like all the wild stuff that the internet's done in part with April Fools.
Absolutely. So we wanted to start off with what we found was the oldest multimedia April Fool's Day joke that Senor Boyle discovered. Why don't you tell them a little bit about the spaghetti tree?
Well, back in April 1st, 1957, going way back, was on a Monday. Like today.
Yes.
The BBC affairs show Panorama, they wanted something to celebrate. Mm-hmm. So is that Charles Diego?
Diego. Yeah. Oh, here, we can skip over. I got a photo. Here's the Panorama team from BBC. I thought you were going to read the topper part.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It just says, this is the Swiss spaghetti harvest from 1957. That's what this is here. And then, the team over at Panorama wanted to do something special. So this guy, Charles Diego, he came up with the idea. He was a cameraman for the show, and he pitched the idea of filming Swiss peasants pulling strands of spaghetti down from trees, right? So this all, of course, rested on the credibility of the show's anchorman, Richard Dimbleby, who loved the idea and absolutely delivered an amazing, super convincing story when he did the overlaying narration.
Which, this is 1957, so you got to imagine the whole world of the war, or the War of the Wars thing just kind of happened a few years before.
Yeah.
But, this was on TV, so people could see it. So actually, many viewers called in asking where they could purchase their own spaghetti tree.
Yeah.
So with that being said, the BBC loved this, attention. So they have continued the April Fool's Day tradition to this day.
Yeah, and it's been a super ton of fun because everyone involved with it kind of really knew that they were taking a gamble. It was the first time a credible news station had done something like this. And Panorama was a current affairs show that ran every Monday. So when they realized the April Fool's thing, and we're like, should we really take a gamble at doing this? Like, we could destroy our anchorman's credibility. But again, only about half the country had a television to watch the program at the time. And spaghetti was not something that was mass-produced and widely produced like it is today. So it really did fool a lot of people and seemed like it was a super ton of fun.
So, I'm sure in print and stuff, there might be some earlier April Fool's Day jokes, but as far as multimedia is concerned, which, here at the Power Hour is definitely one of our driving things of bringing not only news but also some visuals to you guys. We felt that we just had to go all the way back to 1957 and tell you about the Swiss spaghetti harvest.
Absolutely, man. Excellent find there. Very cool. I loved the video you sent me on it, so I did plug it in to our Nightbot there. So !BBC will take you guys to the original, like 2.5-minute sort of video about this spaghetti tree. So that's super fun. Aurelia killing it. I'm so glad she's back tonight. Somebody touching my spaghetti. She got in the chat, man. So good. So yeah, guys, check that out when you get a chance. It's also super fun.
You know it, man. Oh, I see Eric Goeringer down there saying, if it's on TV, it's got to be true, right?
Has to be true. It's got to be true. Harvested the spaghetti. We
definitely see DJ Napalm, Hulkamania. I know we're doing a little bit of April Fool's
This
here
is because he got taken out of the Hall of Fame. So he got removed from Senior Bull's shirt as well.
Exactly. Like, get that out of it. Now, Hulk's back.
Yeah, they
rocking and
reinstated
rolling.
him.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
Awesome. So, like you said, we told you guys about one of the first ever multimedia. Now we're going to take you through some history on the top 5 pranks in internet history.
Yeah, and again, these are just kind of like our favorites, the top 5 that we picked, but we figured we'd share with you guys because they're a super ton of fun.
All right, here we go. Number 5.
Number 5, Hotels.com, Hotels on the Moon.
Oh, yeah. So the way Hotels.com said was that you can book a room on the moon, but that doesn't include the travel cost.
Yeah, you got to pay your way there, but they'll hook you up with a sweet room on the moon.
So would you guys go to the moon? Is there a man on the moon?
Let me ask you a question, Senior Bull. If the moon was made out of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it?
Oh, man, I would go there and I'd chow down, man.
I'd have seconds.
Exactly.
So that's number 5.
Love spaghetti and I love ribs.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you don't see a lot of spaghetti and rib combo plates.
I know,
man. We might
man.
have to do that on the Power Hour.
There you go.
We know we've got our Oreo crusted pork chop is going to be part of our charity stream that we do. So that should be fun.
That just sounds delicious. I can't wait.
I know. I've had a lot of people be like, that sounds terrible. And I'm like, when you pair something sweet with something savory, then that's a good combination, right? And it also suggests something about the duality of man.
And to have that pork chop, we need you guys to get out there and vote so that we have a winner in the March Madness.
No doubt. All right, coming in at number 4, Xbox announces Alpine Legends. Not to be confused with Apex Legends.
Yes, when I first read that, I was like, wait a minute, is this something from this year? But no, this actually goes back to when the Xbox 360 was the hot kid on the the hot system on the block.
Yeah.
And what it was a new music-based game announced for the 360 that would let players yodel their way through a mountainous village.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd be into that. I mean, I get why it's a joke, but I could do some yodeling.
You guys know who was the singer whenever we played Rock Band. El Bandito. He was belting out those chords.
That's true.
I could see how this might be right up your alley.
Dude, I did crush me some Bon Jovi, didn't I?
Whoa!
We're halfway there. Now I could do some yodeling.
There you go. Maybe we'll have to do that on a stream sometime. The Yodel Alpine Legend.
I know. We should look it up. Maybe they have like a demo or something or a video for it. J-Dog coming in with that pizza and honey. Bro, that was actually super good.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've eaten that like 3 or 4 times. I think I even threw a Discord pic Aurelia's way to be like, dude, I'm actually eating this like with a regular French bread pizza now. Like, I can't stop.
Can't stop.
Yeah, and I
Won't
just
stop.
realized that like you should never say Discord pic because it just sounds dirty. Like, if you
Gotcha.
fumble that, that's gonna go bad quick.
Might be some TOS violation there.
All right, let's move on to our number 3.
Oh, the Guardian.
Yeah.
Out of the galaxy.
Makes the switch, but not the Twitch switch. They make the switch to Twitter only. So,
Oh, man. Go ahead. Tell them a little bit about this one.
sure, after 188 years of printing, the London newspaper announces that it will be getting rid of all of its print and exclusively doing the news over Twitter.
I mean, that one's a pretty big one. I mean, like,
Yeah.
188 years. Like, woo.
They don't mess around in London. 188 years, they have the same paper still printing stuff. I mean, that's a hell of a reputation. And for them to just be like, nope, not doing it anymore.
And if you guys are just tuning in, we're talking about some of the greatest April Fool's Day pranks in internet history.
Yeah.
Just so people don't think we're like in the middle of podunk news. They're like, what in the hell? Actually, it'd be like, what is this bloody mess or something like that. But that was
actually,
our
man, the way the UK is going right now, they'd probably be like, yeah, sure, whatever. What else could we screw up this year? Fine, They did pass their Amendment 13 or Article 13 thing.
It did go through.
Yeah, that is now it's been transferred to Article 17, but they're figuring out how to enforce the usage of memes in the UK. So.
We'll definitely be reporting on how that goes. Yeah. Let's go to number 2. And it's not an April Fool's Day joke.
Yeah. Number 2.
Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb offering super vacations. So this spinoff is targeted at superheroes, villains, or anyone else who may call a lair home. So allowing them to share their unique spaces with travelers all over the world. So I think the biggest downfall of this campaign was the fact that they didn't get any licensed heroes for it.
Yeah.
Like had it been like, bro, come stay at the Batcave through Airbnb, like that would have been dope, or stay at, even if it was like Dr. Evil's volcano lair.
Yes.
Like that would have been super cool, but they just made up kind of generic heroes. I'm like, still a good gag. But
and that would be one we'd be behind. We'd be like, yes, we'll stay.
We'd be reading that in the news like it was true and just hoping.
That would be definitely a podunk news story. All right, we ready? You guys ready to hear our number one?
Number one. Ubitioy.
I was hoping you'd pronounce that one because I would slaughter that.
I know. That's my job. That's all I'm here for, is to read hard shit.
Ubitioy. I'm just going to go with your pronunciation of it.
Yep.
All right. This happened about 10 years ago. And YouTube, what they did is when you went to the the front page, everything looked fine. Mm-hmm. And then you typed in what you were searching for, and then everything got flipped upside down.
Heck yeah, man. And this totally, I remember we were uploading YouTube videos at the time. And I think I called you and was like, oh my God, dude, we just posted a new video. It's totally screwed up. I don't know what happened. I think I broke YouTube.
It was. This is one of those April Fool's Day pranks that really affected El Bandito and I.
Yes.
And I remember YouTube,
years off my life.
They sent out an email midway through the day, and they're like, hey guys, we not just to us, to everybody. And they were just like, hey, we turned that off. We thought it would be funny. People are getting really pissed. So yeah, it was just a little fun April Fool's Day joke. So that's why I think it's our number one, is because it was one that really got us.
It personally fooled us.
Yes.
But nowadays, of course, YouTube is owned by Google, which is interesting because Google is, without a doubt, one of the masters of online April Fool's pranks. They're always going strong, and they had a couple of really fun things come out just today that we did want to mention just for kicks.
Absolutely, man. Like you said, these guys, they just don't stop, can't stop. They got to put one out. And this year is no different. So what they did is, on a link to their main page that you can still check out there, it will take you to a Google Maps page where you can play the classic mobile game Snake. Yes. Now, if you guys had Nokia or one of those old phones, Snake was the only game you had on there, but it was a lot of fun. But in this twist for the online version, you're actually controlling commuter trains as the Snake. So it's kind of fun. I played through a couple little rounds on it. Some parts I didn't really understand what I was supposed to click because I was on my mobile, but it was hey, A for effort, though. Definitely, they're still putting it out there, mixing it in with one of their products.
No doubt. And me, as a proud owner of a Pixel phone, I got an extra bonus prank where they introduced a new feature for the Files app that keeps everything sorted on your phone.
Okay.
Where the Files app will actually vibrate your phone in a certain frequency and tone and sequence that will help knock dust and debris off of your screen to keep it clean. So if you enable this, it's like a screen cleaner, and it'll emit these constant vibrations to keep things from sticking to your phone. So that was nice.
There you go, man. Well, like you said, it sounds like Google just loves to have fun with this.
Yeah. And I got to say, I wasn't thinking of cleaning my phone, but I found some other uses for something that would constantly vibrate.
Oh man. You still got it, Google.
Google for the win right there. Made my day.
But we got to talk about some of the other giants out there in the in the way of the internet, and how, man.
No doubt. Microsoft not having it. No sense of humor this year.
Nope. While in the past, Microsoft has totally used April Fool's Day as a opportunity to take pop shots at their rivals, including Google.
Yeah. Yep.
The current management has said not taking part in the fun anymore.
No way.
After claims that the tricks have sometimes caused problems down the road where they haven't been properly removed to kind of create other real-world issues, they're saying no way. And then also their call centers get flooded with non-issues, people thinking that there's an actual problem, where like real issues for that day, 'cause, they're running all day long, don't get addressed till later because they're dealing with all this just fun. You know?
Yeah.
So Microsoft says no more. Now Google, what's Google have to say about all
Google
this?
admitted that sometimes the jokes do provide future problems, but it's part of a long-standing tradition with the company to entertain the fans and users, And I don't know, if you can't laugh every once in a while, I mean, come on. Like, honestly, no one's calling Google because the screen cleaner didn't work. No one's calling Google because the Snake app isn't good enough or something.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe Microsoft needs to just plan some better gags that aren't going to be causing issues
that
for
don't
their
break
users,
their system.
Yeah, exactly. And have people calling tech support,
But then you got Apple out there. And they have stated they have never taken part in this April Fool's Day folly. So
they're far too good to dirty their hands with the likes of us.
I have to say, I think this has a real family dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you got?
Apple's like that old grandpa that's like, I never took part in any of that tomfoolery. Microsoft is like your parent who was like, I kind of used to do that shit, but no, I don't do that no more. You got to be serious. And then Google, that's that crazy drunk uncle that's just like, man, we're having fun. Woohoo!
So it's Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, definitely Google is the Mr. Fusion of the internet.
It's
so
like, what's the worst that could happen?
Exactly. So definitely that's our rundown of the history and what's currently going on out there. And definitely, we hope you guys have had an awesome April Fool's Day. If you know of some wild prank or something that's going on that maybe floated by us, definitely be sure to share it in the comments.
Absolutely. And if you guys want to check out a compilation video that we found earlier today, used as part of our promo and stuff, of all of the coolest April Fool's pranks that came out today, you can hit !AFD in the chat, and that'll take you over to a cool compilation video of just all of the kind of neat pranks that came out today. You might have seen most of them, but some of them are a little obscure and a little fun, so make sure to check it out. I think you'll enjoy.
Oh, we're getting a bunch of TOS comments in there. What did I say wrong this time?
No, that's from the vibrating phone.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was the crazy uncle. I thought people were taking out a completely different.
No. That's just you, my dude. That's just you. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for some April Fool's Day fun. Like we said, we're going to get into some WrestleMania 35 predictions on the other side of the Podunk News. But for the time being, we're going to jump into the Podunk News, and we've got a fun little game to play while we're in there, so we hope you guys stick around and check out what's going on in this wacky Podunk world.
Let's do it.
Podunk News.
Dude, look at that. It's like we summoned him.
It is. Like we mentioned Mr. Fusion. It's like,
poof, and he's there. What's up, Mr. Fusion? Thanks for joining us, my man.
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely. Later on, Mr. Fusion, you have to go back and check the on-demand video so you can see some of our crazy stuff that we talked about for April Fool's Day. But now we're into some Podunk News. We're going to tell you guys all the crazy stuff that's going on out there.
Heck yeah. All right. Coming up first, of course, is our top stories of the night.
Let's do it.
All right. So since it began in the 1940s, Mountain Dew has had the same name. Now that's about to change for the first time. Thanks to HBO's Game of Thrones, the citrus soda is taking a little inspiration from Arya Stark and turning into no one. That's right. It's getting rid of its fancy, spangled, bright, awesome logo and switching it out for this. A completely blank white can, right? So if you remember, Arya turned into a stone-cold assassin and joined the Guild of the Faceless Men.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So Mountain Dew is doing the same thing, stripping their bright neon green cans of its flashy logo and turning it into a nameless, brandless, and faceless can. One could say a can has no name.
There you go.
Right? So when warm, the Mountain Dew cans are white, just like they show in the center image there. And they appear as though the seemingly endless winter has befallen them, much as it does Westeros. right? But once chilled, the cans turn into yet another Game of Thrones reference and reveal Arya Stark's notorious kill list, which she recites to herself every night before she goes to bed, the list of people who are wronged her and her family and that she is aiming to kill.
Oh, yeah.
So it seems like a really, really cool promotional tie-in from Mountain Dew. I think this is super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as like, McDonald's, where they always try to do like their little cups and stuff, and it's like, okay, but this is really neat that it has that effect on there too, that when the can is cold, it displays this hidden message, It's almost like magic.
Yeah, it is. I like that, man. I have a coffee cup like that where when you get it hot, like Daredevil appears. I'm like, super cool.
Pretty kick-ass.
Hell
We're
yeah.
going to get some of those for our upcoming Game of Thrones episode.
Yes, which speaking of which, during our affiliate launch party next week, which we're inviting all of you beautiful people to make sure you're here and have some fun, we are also going to be opening the Draft of Thrones. That's right. It's our fantasy league that's comprised of the characters from Game of Thrones, and whether or not they kill people, whether or not they have some sexy time, whether or not they eat, drink, get killed, you earn points for all sorts of stuff based on the characters that you choose. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the draft next week so that everyone can sign up for it, and then throughout the course of the week, we all take turns choosing our characters, so that by the time the following week rolls around, everyone will have their characters picked and we'll start earning points. So it should be a super ton of fun.
Oh, man, can't wait. But we got some more news coming at you guys right now. I'm really stoked about this story.
All right, hit them with it, Senior Bull.
Oh, man, if you haven't heard yet, man, it's groovy news, because Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise will be added to Dead by Daylight tomorrow.
Nice.
We're not talking about this summer. We're not talking about next week. We're talking about April 2nd. Ash is going to be available. Better yet, man, who are you going to get to voice Ash? Who are you going to get?
A Bruce Campbell.
You got it. And they got him, man. Bruce
So
Campbell's
cool.
making his return. Even though he said after Ash versus Evil Dead he was done, he's coming back to voice Ash Williams in the game. Ash is going to be a playable survivor.
Yeah.
So, man, finally, I mean, there's some badass survivors in there, but man, Ash is going to be so good. I can't wait to play as him. There's no word yet if there's going to be like a Deadite or an evil Ash that will be a playable killer.
Or if he can use his chainsaw.
Yeah.
Because it seems like Ash could just kill half of the bad guys in Dead by Daylight.
Pretty much, man. But so far, the character was revealed and was playable at PAX East, which we talked about last week, and people have been very overwhelmingly positive to the sound bits and actually getting to play. All I know is when if he gets hurt, he's going to go, ah! Remember he had like that sound effect that they used of him screaming? I'm like, oh, dude, I'm going to be dying. So,
oh, man, I can't wait. Yeah, this will be super fun. Definitely something we'll get our hands on and we'll play on a game night. If not this Wednesday, as soon as we possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is going to be super fun. Now, J-Dog has a good question. He says, what if they're eating and getting killed in the Game of Thrones draft? Just so you guys know, we'll go over it more next week. But it is officially regulated. Like, we don't make the decisions on who gets points.
Yes.
Like, that's coming from the provider of the fantasy league. So we won't be able to arbitrate anything or change anything. Points will just be awarded. So keep it fair,
Absolutely. And it's fun. It's always a great time. And the more of the Legion that join in to play with us, the better it will be. So you guys don't want to miss it, especially if you're fans of Game of Thrones.
And look, Aurelia's on it down there. She's asking Democracy out there if he got to play this at PAX East. He says, no, he didn't. But there was a huge booth dedicated to it, which is super cool. And I know Demo said before he left last week that he would be doing a show reviewing a lot of what happened out there at PAX East. So if you want to give him a shout-out, Aurelia, let's make sure to run over there, throw him a follow so that when he does go live to talk about PAX East, we can all be right there to join him and hear about his exciting time.
I can't wait, man. Demo's awesome, great player. I know he's joined us quite a few in not Dead by Daylight, but in Left 4 Dead, and that was so much fun. He saved our butts numerous times. He was practically the Ash Williams, to our just random characters that usually get slaughtered in Evil Dead.
He made up for not only me sucking, but also for Nick trying to kill us.
Yes,
the whole time.
Yes. Nick was a Deadite,
Yeah, he was possessed or something. I don't know what's going on.
But talking about Twitch, man, go ahead and roll up with the next story here.
All right, the next story is pretty exciting for all you beautiful Twitch people out there. Twitch is officially releasing its squad stream feature, right? This will allow content creators to team up and stream their games together, right? This feature supports up to 4 different streamers at once to show different perspectives of games and give viewers a sampling of each of the different streamers, right? Those viewers will be able to interact with specific streamers as well, and can still utilize other features like creating clips of the stream and watching it on mobile and such like this. Of course, this is very much like multi-streaming, but multi-streaming is typically handled through a third party. This will be something in Twitch and specifically for Twitch.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it sounds pretty great. You know, it'll be nice if it's integrated and works as good as multi-stream does, because multi-stream works really good. But the squad stream debuted last Wednesday in a blog post that announced the feature and explained how it worked. Right? It's made available to Twitch partners first right now, with the plan to roll it out to everyone else as soon as the service and video quality options are all tested and put under a final review. Viewers can also opt out of Squad Stream even if their chosen streamer is in it, to just watch their solo choice if they choose to do that. So you're not forcing your audience to watch the squad stream, which is cool. That's very much again like how multi-stream is set up. So
that's pretty great.
Yeah,
like
it may be an interesting feature. I'm anxious to hear what a lot of our fellow streamers have to say out here in the chat about that. So yeah, let us know what you think of that. If you're excited about this feature rolling out, if you'll probably still just use multi-stream, let us know.
Absolutely, man. We'll definitely be getting our fingers in there too to try out, any new thing that they put out. But like you said, we're definitely gonna go with the flow of our other streaming buddies and whatever they want to use.
Yeah, absolutely. Now look at this. I got to take a moment to give a shout out here to Find a Cure. Right, I met him over at Astro's stream. While he did an amazing 24-hour stream over the weekend supporting his charity, right, the Stack Up charity, and I was super excited to hang out with him, be able to donate a little bit, and watch him get a bunch of subs. I think he got up to 30 subscribers by the time the stream was over. I mean, he started with a few, but he got all the way up to 30, which was super exciting and super fun. But I think I'm reading the name right. It put it up in like a terrible color, but I'm pretty sure it's Find a Cure. I'm going to take a peek here.
Do it.
Yes.
Extreme
okay.
close-up.
I didn't know if it was Care or Cure. I wanted to make sure I said it right. But Find a Cure also has an amazing channel that he hosts and raises awareness for a very specific kind of rare illness that him and his family has been afflicted by. And I was just really excited to meet him and to learn about the charity that he's actually creating. Like, he's building a charity organization around this very rare specific disease. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but if you guys want to check out his page or check out any information he has on it, it's really interesting. It's something to watch, and I know it's something that the Power Hour is going to be more interested in helping out in the future. So I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope we can stay in touch.
Absolutely. Sounds great. Definitely have to check that out later.
Yes.
So awesome, man. Well, definitely always love to hear about the new things coming to Twitch and things that are going to be available for us to continue spreading the love with everybody and also getting more integrated with that awesome Twitch crowd.
Absolutely. All right, but continuing on, we've got one more top story before we break into some fun stuff here, guys.
Let's do it. It's talking about integrating. Oh, I gotta jump on this one, El Bandito.
Do it.
If you guys didn't know yet, obviously by El Bandito shirt, we really dig Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another game we really dig
love you, Bethesda.
Yes, is Wolfenstein.
So good.
Last year at E3 when Wolfenstein Youngbloods was announced, me and El Bandito were both like, yep, man, a co-op Wolfenstein, we're definitely going to be jumping on that. Well, I found out just recently that it's releasing on July 26th, so we got a little bit of time to wait. And but Bethesda's putting out some really cool pre-order bonuses. You want to tell them a little about those bonuses?
Yeah. Aurelia, if you don't mind shouting out Find a Cure, I'd super appreciate it. And I love her hashtag not sponsored down there in the chat. We're not sponsored by Bethesda. We're just total Bethesda nerds.
Yes.
So
no,
we're not going to sit here and say we're hoping Skyrim wins so we can play it on our stream. But
you still have time to vote.
Yeah. But okay, what did you want me to say?
I was going to say that why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about the pricing that's coming with Youngbloods, because it's a little different than their typical, $60 AAA, games.
So the game's going to retail for $30, which is awesome, but they do have a special collector's edition that's only $10 more. So for $40, you get a cyborg skin themed pack and a buddy pass. So that extra $10 is super worth it, because the buddy pass alone means that you can have another person have a limited copy of the game that they can play with you.
Oh yeah, man. No, that's pretty killer.
Hell yeah. Now, I don't know what they mean by limited copy of the game. Like, I don't know if that means certain levels or, if there's some solo stuff that they can't do.
Most likely, there's probably going to be like they have to team up with you. They won't be able to play it individually because I don't think it's strictly a game that you have to play co-op, but I think it's going to be a lot more fun if you do.
That makes sense.
But like you said, man, for the extra $10, it's just so cool to have one of your buddies who's kind of like, oh man, I can't go out and drop $30. You can pull them in and rock and roll. Now, there is one thing to be said, being that the game is only priced at $30 individually. You shouldn't be expecting a full 10-hour title out of this. Like, it's going to be a much more condensed game that's probably going to play more on the co-op aspect.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to have almost repeatable elements that you play co-op together over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, that might be pretty cool.
Absolutely. And this is kind of almost borrowing from Ubisoft's Far Cry series, where they'll release a main game that is like a 20, 30-hour game, but then right after that, like maybe a year or two later, they release a smaller, not a DLC, but not as big as a full-fledged game for kind of like half the price, like a spin-off, So.
I have to say, dude, I laughed my ass off when I noticed that when you put those notes in, you put instead of Ubisoft's Far Cry, you put Ubersoft Far Cry. And I'm like, yeah, man, I know Wolfenstein was on the brain when you were writing this one up.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sometimes when you're punching in these things and you're kind of typing away, you're just like, I'm just trying to get it out. I'm trying to put it in the notes in a way that's going to make the most sense to El Bandito, so it's not like, what the hell is he talking about over here? But yes, Ubersoft.
Awesome. Ubersoft.
Oh, yeah.
Victor Vikes, thank you for that follow, my dude. We super appreciate it. Welcome to the Legion of Love. You are now entered in our 100 follower giveaway. All members of the Legion of Love who are our beloved followers are entered in that giveaway. And once we reach 100 followers, we will be giving away 5 $20 Steam gift cards to 5 randomly selected individuals from our first 100 followers. So if you have a friend or another fake Twitch account, you want to throw a follow and get another chance to win, no, don't do that. I'm just teasing. Welcome to the Legion. We hope you enjoy the show.
All right, man. Now I think it's time for some local love.
You know it, dude. And Aurelia, do not worry about it. No, sorry I missed that. You're fantastic. For anyone who doesn't know, she'll throw down !mod so you can check out our Masterful Moderators channel. She's a wonderful, wonderful charity streamer who does some kick-ass gaming over there with some Beat Saber as a Jedi Master, recently doing the Darth Maul mode with twin sabers locked together, and rocking some Hades, battling her way out of the underworld. Super great streamer, does everything for charity. Awesome moderator, super good friend. Couldn't say enough things about her. And I hope she threw herself out that ! mod. She did. All right, get out there, click her channel, check it out. You guys will not be disappointed. Life Reboot in the house.
Woo, Life.
Hey.
Huge fan of Life. I know he's always rocking out some older games, even some games he hasn't played that are in the classic collection, like Metroid and Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Great streamer.
Absolutely. And a world-ranked Donkey Kong player. If you want to see someone give video games the business, especially old-school NES games and things like that may have pounded you into the dirt when you were a kid like they did me. If you want to see someone just absolutely methodically walk through those games and destroy them and own them, Life Reboot is the place to go. It's the channel you want to check out. He is just a wizard at gaming, man. It is a sight to behold. But Aurelia, if you'd like to throw out some shout outs for Life Reboot and Demo, I think we threw one out for Demo earlier, but I just want to make sure people know to catch his PAX East review here in a little bit.
But man, I'm sure Demo's going to be telling us about all the awesome action that happened out at PAX. We're going to tell you about some awesome upcoming action that's more kind of geared around our area, but it's something that we're sure if you guys could get to, you would really dig this.
Heck yeah, guys. Of course, Local Love is a local event near and dear to the Power Hour of Love, and you just might find us there. What do we got going on this week, Senor Bull?
We got Rocking Vero, as in Vero Beach, a town just north of us, not too far. We definitely party down there quite often. Gamers Realm, another place that I've heard is just so badass and cool. You can go there and play a bunch of old games, play some new games, just rock and roll with a bunch of other gamers. They're hosting this. It's in Vero Beach. It's going to take place on Friday, April 12th. But not just is it only going to have some great gaming, they're going to have some awesome local live rock bands as well.
Yes.
You got Loose Tight. You got the Dirty Band-Aids. I mean, like that.
No, sir. No Dirty Band-Aids. No.
And you have Virtue Signal.
Nice.
So definitely, they're going to be partying late with new friends and old. It's a $12 cover charge, but that comes with an all-day game pass and a free drink. So
nice. So get there early.
Exactly. Keep yourself, hydrated while you rock out to the tunes and play some awesome games.
Absolutely, man. So that sounds like a super ton of fun. They have an insane graphic over there that I was trying to squeeze into our window. Like, it is some psychedelic stuff, so I'm sure they're going to be having a good time out there.
Yes.
And $12, including an all-day game pass, just sounds super dope. And a free drink to boot. You can't beat it. You can't beat that.
Check it out.
Heck yeah. All right, but last but not least, of course, we have got the headlines. Now, tonight, like we said, we're going to play a little bit of game right here in the middle of the news. We don't usually do games in the news, but we're going to do it tonight, considering it's April Fool's Day. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guess which headline is an April Fool's joke? We have 5 headlines coming at you, and it's up to you guys to call out which one you think is an April Fool's joke.
All right, let's get on with the headlines.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to take this one real quick, El Bandito.
Do it.
It was just recently announced that Mark Hamill will play Chucky, as in voice him. He won't be in there running around, but who will provide the voice for Chucky in the upcoming Child's Play remake that's coming out this summer.
The cake is a lie. Astro, nice, dude. Yeah, so that seems pretty exciting. What do you guys think? Did that seem true? What about this? Marvel's Absolute Carnage storyline kicks off this summer, promising to be a worthy sequel to the 1993 classic Maximum Carnage story. Again, popular video game, song by Green Jello.
Yes, Carnage rules.
But from 1993, and they're making the sequel for it.
Have to see.
Seems wild. All right, next up. Go ahead, hit it.
Oh, man. David Benoff and D.B. Wise of Game of Thrones fame are planning to make a movie based on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The movie will be the first Disney/LucasArts film after Episode 9.
Yeah, see, that's fantastic, and I know that not Marvel, Disney is out there doing all sorts of power plays and power moves and like acquiring all these franchises and blockbuster things from Marvel to Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting it all together, and I have to imagine that just the legalities of merging all of these properties and companies has to take some amazing lawyers and law firms to do it. And if you guys want to see an amazing lawyer play some video games, Xquire joining us in the chat down there. Feel free to give him a shout out. You don't want to ask him for legal advice on his stream. He's here to game like the rest of us and have some fun, but he's a beast mode gamer and an awesome, awesome individual. Make sure to check out his page and check it out.
All right, well, you guys got to tell us so far. See any of these that don't seem like they're true? Definitely, if you see one, call it out. We're not saying so. I mean, one we've already talked about could have been false. Let us know.
All right, next up, Batman is on the scene. Batman arrived to a small town in Canada to help police defuse an armed situation. The figure slowly strode up to the scene and asked police if assistance was required. They promptly turned him away. He's like, dude, get out of here. You're going to cause trouble.
Oh, man. April 1st.
Oh, Mr. Fusion says Maximum Carnage is the false story.
Oh, we'll have to see. We got one more story here, El Bandito.
One last story.
Take it in.
Astro's like, was this in Florida? Florida man dressed as Batman arrived on the scene to help police. All right, so Rocky Balboa has one. RoboCop has one. Captain America has one. Their own iconic statue representing the legendary figure in their hometown. So who is up next? Who has been honored with the proposal to have a statue erected of this legendary figure in Ireland?
Let's see it. Who is it? The Leprechaun. No!
It's Chief Miles O'Brien from Star Trek The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine, played by Cole Meany.
That's awesome, man. Chief, I mean, they need to give Geordi his own statue somewhere. But the Chief, if you're talking about Deep Space Nine, he's the hardest worker on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, if you mentioned Ireland, he wouldn't be the person I thought of to represent Ireland as a whole. You know what I mean?
Sure.
If that's who they're like, dude, let's do it, then hey, man, I'm all for it. Show some Star Trek some love, man. Superman actually has a statue in the city of Smallville.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's actually in Kansas. I think it's in like Missouri or something.
Huh.
I believe they have a statue of Captain Kirk in his hometown, which I'm drawing a blank on. I should be ashamed of, but I believe it's in Illinois somewhere. So yeah, it's not that far fetched to think that Miles would get himself a good Star Trek following to be like, let's get a statue of him up in old Ireland.
There you go. All right, so you guys got the 5 stories there. What you got,
Dude?
Elvis?
All right. Somebody nailed it down here in chat. I'm not gonna lie.
What'd they say?
Life Reboot says definitely all true. Power Hour would not lie to me. Dude, these are all 100% true stories.
Exactly. Life nailed it. We would not lie
it.
to you guys. We're going to only give you headlines that are out there. But no, awesome job, Life. We hope you guys look forward to all those things. Mark Hamill as Chucky, absolute carnage. Possibly Game of Thrones fame guy, directors doing a Star Wars film. Batman showing up to a scene.
Yeah.
And Miles getting a statue.
Not for nothing. This guy had a dope Batman suit. If I was a cop, I probably would have let him help. What's the worst that could happen?
That's awesome. No, definitely. Thank you guys so much. Great run of Podunk News tonight. Awesome stories, awesome headlines. But we're going to dive back in. And remember, we're going to be hitting up some WrestleMania predictions and also talking about who won the March Madness.
You know it. We're going to jump back into the studio. And we'll hit that March Madness stuff.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's rock it.
What do you think this is? The Power Hour of Lies? Impossible. Thank you, Life, man. I super appreciate it. I have to say, did anybody catch that the headlines banner actually read "Head Lies" tonight? Like, I did change it. You have to check the VOD later if you didn't catch it. Spooky Butt joining us, talking about the UK earlier and some of the fantastic going-ons y'all are having up there, man. We were talking about the BBC's 1957 prank, The Spaghetti Tree, an absolute classic, one of the first multimedia pranks put out there, and one of the finest.
Oh, yeah, man. So cool. So cool. We just played the March Madness video.
Yes.
Are we going to reveal live right now who won? All right,
Let's
here
do it.
we go.
I'm gonna have to actually look. So
all right, guys, here we go.
We're pulling it up.
All the whole month of March. The video games have been battling. It's come down to Halo 5 and Skyrim. So now, it's the main event. It's go time.
It is, guys. So, look at all the votes that rolled in. So cool, man. Thank you guys so much for reaching out there and voting in our March Madness. But we do have a clear-cut winner. Literally almost everyone who joined to vote in the last hour voted for the same game.
Oh, man. We got some fans. And what is the game that they are a fan of?
So, our undisputed winner of March Madness 2019 Video Game Edition, the game we will be playing on an epic charity stream later this month. Halo 5.
Oh, man. Woo. Master Chief, man, coming in there for the win.
Coming in hot, man. Now, I'm excited because that's a multiplayer game.
Yes.
So that's better for the two of us to play to begin with. But what's cool is I've never played, like, any Halo game.
Oh, man.
So I'm pretty excited about that. I played a couple multiplayers at a friend's house once in a while, but I never owned a Halo game and played through a whole one. So this will be pretty exciting for me.
Well, definitely. I know we're talking about having an extra long broadcast for that. And we might actually be able to rock out the whole game, man.
Oh,
so
man.
we'll see. We'll see.
That might be what we do. Because, again, remember we were saying we're trying to figure out how long to do it. Maybe we'll just do the game end to end.
There you go.
However long it takes. If we beat it in 45 minutes, we're leaving. That's what we're doing.
Well,
Here's some love out there to Halo 5 and to all you beautiful people who hung out with us and voted in the March Madness tournament 2019. We appreciate it. You guys are fantastic. Spooky Butt, what do you got in there? Those chickens? Dude, they are. They're chickens. She has chicken emotes. I love it.
Dig it.
Whose stone is a chicken? All right, guys. Last but not least, we're going to wrap up the night talking about some WrestleMania 35. That's right. This is going down this upcoming Sunday, and they have some pretty spectacular goings-ons this Sunday that we wanted to tell all you beautiful people about. So without any further ado, I'm going to try to sneak us right in here.
Oh, let's do it. And even if you guys aren't huge wrestling fans, we keep this pretty fun, so definitely stick around, and you might hear something that intrigues you to check it out.
Ooh, DJ Napalm says he's down to play some Halo 5 with us. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do, is just play some multiplayer so people can jump in and out of there with us. Oh, Aurelia's psyched about the babies and feet coming at us at WrestleMania 35.
I love that. I love it.
Becky Lynch had better win, McPatches says. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. This is where I have no idea what's going on.
Awesome. Well, we're going to run through it real quick. If you didn't know, WrestleMania weekend's coming up, which doesn't just encapsulate the one event. Like, they have a bunch of other shows and conventions and the Hall of Fame. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But WrestleMania 35 is taking place at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, even though they're billing it as New York too, on April 7th. And the card is action-packed with like 14 matches, but we're only going to go over like our favorites because, we know not everybody on here is a wrestling fan, but we wanted to talk about the high-profile ones, and then we're going to talk about some of the Hall of Fame inductees that are coming in the night before WrestleMania.
Yes, and I managed to catch that there. Aurelia threw out some asked for some hype. That's why we got all the chickens and emotes out there, man. We super appreciate it, guys. Some hype for a Halo 5 charity stream.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Aurelia, of course, we're going to be including you in that because it's going to be for the charity that she's representing here in the month of April, which she'll announce this weekend on her exciting channel, which if you guys haven't had a chance to check out, ! Mod will take you right over there to check out this amazing charity streamer, this masterful moderator, and one of our bestest and awesomest Legionnaires. You can check her out from the link below on our dashboard, as well as a number of the other fantastic Legionnaires who have joined us for games here on the show and have made such a super huge difference in our Twitch experience. We love all you beautiful people out there, though.
And also dubbed the babies and feet. You know,
yes.
our unofficial wrestling segment title.
our official babies and feet correspondent on the ground at WrestleMania 35.
All right, what's up first, man? Let's hit into this.
35. Up first, we're jumping right to the end. We're talking about the main event and how iconic this is. The first ever women's match is the first ever headlining women's match.
Main event, baby.
Yes, the main event will be an all-female competitor match. That's an awesome achievement. It speaks volumes for how exciting the female wrestling has been in the past few years, how much the fans have just called for this. Like, we've been like, yo, we want more, we want more, we want more. Their storylines are great. Their wrestling is great. Their moves are great. Their acting is great. Like, they are top-notch, killing it right now. And I'm so excited to see this match being the main event. Why don't you tell them what's shaking down, Senior Bull?
Oh, man. Well, this is going to be a triple threat match here. Yeah. We got Ronda Rousey, which even for fans who aren't wrestling fans, they probably know her from her huge run in UFC, but she's currently the Raw Women's Champion. And I know probably also for folks who aren't wrestling fans are like, well, what the hell does that mean? Well, the main two shows for WWE are Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So each of those have their own exclusive champion for the women's title. So Ronda is the Raw Women's Champ. She will also be taking on Charlotte Flair, the daughter of the awesome, 16-time and a double Hall of Famer, Ric Flair. And she is the SmackDown champ. Now, I mean, Raw champ sounds cool, but man, SmackDown champ, that's like Idiocracy level, like awesome right
kind
there.
Of a cooler title, I'll admit,
But the one who's coming in that everyone's kind of gunning for is Becky Lynch, the man. Yeah. That's what she calls herself, the man. She's coming in, and who knows, man, she might take both of these titles home.
Oh, yeah, man. I'd love to see that. I agree with McPatches. I think Becky Lynch is just a tour de force when it comes to wrestling. I mean, she's been at it, I think, longer than both the other two girls over there at the WWE, and I think she really deserves it. She's worked hard for it. Her wrestling is fantastic. Her character has developed into the man character, which is just fantastic, just a badass, boots-to-ass kicking babe, dude. So I absolutely love it. I'm rooting for her. Ronda Rousey's playing a great heel, jumping onto her YouTube channel like we told you guys a few weeks ago and just having some nasty words about wrestling fans and the company in general, which was pretty surprising, but I guess that's really pushing her heel mode. And Charlotte Flair's kind of walking that line.
Yes.
Where you never tell if she's a baby or a feet. You can't tell if she's a baby face or a heel because she's just teeters that fence. If sometimes she's on the side of right, sometimes she's on her side.
They've been calling her the queen, so she almost has that Cersei Lannister kind of feel about her, where you're like, well, I kind of like this character, but you also want to see her get her butt kicked. So it's like, we'll see what happens this Sunday, but I think we're all kind of unanimous in saying that we hope Becky really goes in there and walks out the champ.
Yes. And J-Dog is 100% right. The like me and J-Dog went to high school together, and our high school principal looked like Ric Flair.
Yes. Woo!
People would do that all the time during assemblies, and it was just like the worst.
I mean, and that's when Rick was really active in like WCW and stuff like that. So very relevant, very cool.
All right. Next up from that, though, we do have some other fun, exciting matches. Of course, we have a no-holds-barred match where the stipulation is that if Triple H loses, he retires. Tell us about this, Senior Bull.
Oh, man. Well, here we got Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and pretty much the guy that's probably going to inherit the company eventually, being married to Stephanie McMahon, daughter of billionaire Vince McMahon, taking on Drax the Destroyer. Oh, wait, no, sorry. No, taking on Batista. If you guys didn't know, Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy was originally a pro wrestler.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see him returning to wrestling, especially with shooting not too far away from Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3.
Oh, you know it, man. Well, they actually brought him back on the scene because there's a whole running thing going on that while Batista was a wrestler, Triple H could never beat him. So that's the whole thing. And he came in and he beat down Ric Flair on his 70th birthday. Like I said, we love this stuff, man. It's so entertaining. It's so crazy. Like, it's right in our wheelhouse. So, yeah, he's coming back to take on Triple H in a no-holds-barred, which means, like, they can literally go through anything. Like, they can bring weapons in. They can bring tables. They can be fighting in the back. Like, this match could go all night long, but it'll probably only last about 15 minutes because both these guys are getting a little up there. But I'm
fairly certain these guys are going to last in the ring a hell of a lot longer than you and I, man.
Oh, hey, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, obviously they're hitting that over the hill level,
I got you. But feel free to tell Triple H he's over the hill. This guy. I'm going to buy him a sandwich.
There you go. He'll probably just eat me. What are you talking about? But like we said, I honestly think Triple H is going to win this. I don't think he's done. And I think it's more of like he'll retire as a wrestler. He'll still have, if he does lose, he'll still have that corporate level. But
that corporate involvement where he'll show up in a suit all the time. But that may be how he wants to go out.
Could be.
So there is a good chance that he will lose this match and be only a figurehead for the WWE and manager of the, what is that, the TNA?
Which one are we doing?
They're up-and-coming leagues. Thing.
Oh, NXT.
NXT. That's what it is. Yeah. I was drawing a blank on it, too. But.
Yeah, big, he has a big involvement with that, and I think people attribute a lot of its success to, Hunter having the leadership in that. So, yeah, you could be right, man. This could be his official retirement from the ring, but we'll see.
Now, check this out. Find a Cure wants to know, please tell me he walked into work in a bedazzled robe.
Triple H?
No, our principal. It looked like Ric Flair, Well, I got to say, I never saw him do that, but I did overhear him talking to another administrator one time, and he did confirmed that he flow-bead his own hair.
There you go.
So it sucks as it cuts.
I mean, hey, if we were the principal of a school, we would totally do that walk in there, what is that, the 21 or 2001 Space Odyssey, dun, 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 that theme that he always, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, look, I think J-Dog nailed it here. Power Hour called it TNA. Yeah, we know what's on his mind.
Well, definitely.
I will neither confirm nor deny those reports or allegations, sir. Let's move on to the next match. So another possibly final match is this match with Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. What's the story with this one here, Senior Bull?
So, about 2 years ago, Kurt Angle came back after wrestling for some other organizations, and they put him in the Hall of Fame, which was like awesome, cool. But we all kind of knew Kurt still had like a few years in him, that he could still go in there and slam people around. So then they brought him back. He did some tag team stuff, but recently he's been doing like his kind of farewell tour, and he's been taking on some of the up and comers. And Baron Corbin is kind of like one of the main heels right now. I mean, he's a big dude. He's like 6'8", but like, I don't know. He's never really wooed me as like as a good heel.
Yeah. He's kind of plain Jane.
Exactly. He wears kind of like a nice suit when he wrestles. And it's just kind of weird. But I'm kind of almost thinking this might be a little bit of a swerve.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost thinking that, either Kurt Angle will go in there and kick the crap out of Baron Corbin like in a mere few minutes, or Corbin won't make it to the ring and he'll be replaced by one of two guys. Either it's going to be The Undertaker.
Oh, The Undertaker will.
Which, people have been saying, he has no involvement. Nobody's mentioned him. Mentioned him at all. But, hey, wouldn't that be a big surprise like last year? That wasn't announced. He just kind of showed up. Or probably the more likely candidate would be John Cena. He hasn't also been announced for anything. Both of those guys are usually at WrestleMania. So to have a WrestleMania without them would be surprising. Maybe it's good because it's making way for...
well, John Cena's there. You just can't see him. It had to be said, dude. I'm sorry.
That was a good one. That was perfectly timed. Babies and feet. But absolutely, yeah, we'll see. But no matter what, no matter who shows up, even if it is just Baron Corbin, this will be Kurt Angle's final match for the WWE.
Outstanding, man. Yeah. Should be pretty wild however it turns out. The WWE, man.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, we got just a couple matches a couple more matches we want to tell you guys about. Of course, we've got a Falls Count Anywhere match with Shane McMahon versus The Miz.
Man, Shane McMahon, over the last few years have really, he's really spotlighted certain things at WrestleMania. Man, this guy, even though he's the son of the owner, man, he loves going in there and getting bumped around. It's almost like you wonder if, Vince had gotten in the ring earlier when he was younger that he'd be taking these type of bumps. So he kind of lives vicariously through Shane. Go out there and, dive off this cage and fall through a table. Yeah, that would be good. He tells his son, he's like, okay, Dad. But no, this should be pretty cool. Falls Count Anywhere. It's pretty much the same thing almost as like a no holds bars match. I think they could still hit each other with weapons and stuff, but they could get pinned anywhere.
Yeah.
So kind of on that same thing with the no holds barred. But who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm going to go with The Miz.
You think so?
Yeah, I definitely think The Miz. I don't think Shane McMahon really ever wins a match he's in.
Yeah, he kind of just puts himself through crap,
he usually just gets destroyed and then, it's like passed out somewhere while someone pins him, So I'm going to go for The Miz, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I think Shane might win this one. I don't really know all the storyline wrapped around this one, but, it's The Miz, so I'm sure he's been trash-talking Shane, silver spoon in his mouth, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm thinking Shane might...
From The Miz, come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I do remember real quick a match with Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon back in, 2000, where they had these, glass partitions for King of the Ring. And literally, you remember this?
Yes.
Kurt Angle threw Shane McMahon through, 4 of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think he was, suplexing him like a German and would just chuck him right through this giant glass thing.
The first one that he tried to do didn't break, so he did it again.
Just crumples into it. Yeah, that's the way it goes. If you flub something or you botch something, then you just hit it 10 times harder and almost kill the guy you're working with. So it's a dangerous sport. It's real to me, damn it.
Absolutely.
But look at this. In regards to Baron Corbin, man, Esquire says, yeah. Guys who wear nice suits are never bad guys. Sure.
Well, he's flashy. It's not ring attire. He comes out with a dress shirt that he probably paid $200 for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, The Rock used to do that, but he always took that off to wrestle.
Yeah.
So, but I think this guy's wrestling in that.
Exactly. And he's got weird. 2 little buddies that hang around with him and stuff. So it's I'm sure there's going to be some crap going on, but I just have a feeling they're gonna spotlight Angle a little more than just, or who knows, maybe they'll let Corbin beat him and that will be kind of his big push up to the big leagues. So
no doubt,
we'll have to see.
I got to take a second here. DJ Napalm just threw down in our chat that ASF Klops is also helping out with a charity as well for autism. Right now, I have to say, man, there are so many amazing charity streamers that we've met out here, and so many people who are active in supporting and helping out their own communities and communities abroad. That again, as the Power Hour of Love, our goal started off on this channel to spread the love for things that we knew weren't getting enough attention in the media, right? Because our media had just got swarmed by negative news all day long, and we wanted to make a difference, and we set out to do it ourselves. But we never really considered what we could be doing to influence charities and things like that. And since we've been linked to Twitch and have found that outlet and that way to support, not only are we bringing positivity every Monday night to all you beautiful people out there, but we're getting to help get money in the hands of people that really need it.
Oh,
you know, we're able to help support charities, bring awareness to charities, and I'm so humbled to be a part of a community that cares so much. And thank you, DJ Napalm, for giving him a shout out down there. We super appreciate it. We know we raid him from time to time. I love hanging out in his channel. I'm subbed to his freaking page. Are you? I don't know. You should at least throw him a follow. So, you know, head on over there and check out ASF Klops.
Absolutely, man. Always love to hear about the great charity streams that are going on out there, and just a lot of great folks. I mean, you know, we occasionally get a little, you know, we get a heel in the chat that, you know, might come in and be, you know, a little negative, but they kind of just they kind of just move along.
They're always fun. We kill them with kindness.
Yeah, but that's something. I think they get the positivity, and they're just like, I have no power here. You know?
Yeah, they turn into like. That Saruman thing. You have no power here.
Exactly. But like we said, we got a few more things to mention for WrestleMania, and then we're going to talk real quick about the Hall of Fame and rock and roll. So what's up next, man?
All right, we've got main event. No, not main event.
Not
main event. Not Brock Lesnar in a main event. Yay! The Universal title match between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins.
Like I told you guys earlier, how each show has a title. Pretty much the Universal title is the Monday Night Raw title. Once again, we think they should be unified, but that's for a different topic. I think finally Brock Lesnar is going to get defeated on this one. He's been running around with that title for the last like 3 years, you know, and I just think that, you know, he's kind of trying to get his exit. And Rollins is really popular with the fans with his whole burn it down thing.
Yeah.
He's been beating up Paul Heyman the last couple of weeks. So I just have a feeling he will get this one over on Lesnar. What do you think, man?
I do not think so. I think Brock Lesnar mushes everyone and will continue to do so and be a boring character.
They just pay him to just, you know.
Yeah, like, I do 5 suplexes for 8 minutes. I'm going to go home, make $100,000. So I just think his character's boring because he's too undefeatable. He's literally the problem everyone has with Superman comics. Yeah. If you're all powerful, then there's no drama to the story that you have. Like, he literally doesn't have a manager or a love interest. Well, he has a manager, but you know what I mean. He doesn't care. Like, you could kill Paul Heyman, he wouldn't care. You know? Yeah, but I'm just saying, if he had a love interest, some drama, some point of weakness that you could attack his psyche beyond his physical stature, maybe his character would be interesting. Yeah. But he doesn't. He's just a beast, and you know, he does what he does, and that's fine. It's all well and good. You need people like that, but it just gets old to me, and I'm like super over it.
I think they almost try to pit him like as an Andre the Giant level character, and I mean Andre's appeal was that he was larger than life. I mean, you did not. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of guys as big as Brock Lesnar either out there, but there are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, it's nowadays with the internet and stuff. But back in the days when you saw Andre, you're like, yeah, it's going to take someone really big and powerful to defeat that guy. Same thing. I think they try to push him as that, but just the way he is and his history of just pretty much walking out and doing whatever he wants to do. Like you said, I think we really want to see someone get him, and it may not be Seth Rollins, but
I mean, it was nice when Goldberg came in and like just trounced him, and you're like, great, cool, someone that could take him on. This will create some drama. But Goldberg didn't really want to stick around. He seemed like he was one and done, and that was the end of it. But yeah, like, he really needs someone that's a competitor, someone that's going to challenge him, if not physically, then at least psychologically, which has always been a huge component of wrestling. I mean, when you think about the way people like Triple H used to pick apart his enemies, you know,
the cerebral assassin.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a reason they have those nomenclatures in wrestling to begin with, because they are part of the story. They are part of the adventure. But Brock Lesnar acts like a UFC champ coming in there to just hammer people. And I'm like, all right, dude, well, that's cool and all, but I would just watch UFC if that's what I wanted to see.
And he doesn't really have that mouthpiece like Ronda has, where he uses Heyman for that, which Heyman's great at doing that. And that's where I'm thinking, if Seth does win, there might be some swerve from Heyman. Like, maybe he's going to align himself with Seth Rollins, which then give Brock Lesnar his exit, and now Seth Rollins has Paul Heyman. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see Sunday. Yeah. We'll see. We're divided on that one. So it'll be neat to see who takes home the gold.
No doubt, man. All right, so we've got the 619 versus Muscle Buster U.S. title.
Oh, man, Samoa Joe, who's the current U.S. champion, taking on classic, man, like you said, the operator of the 619, Rey Mysterio.
Dude, you want to talk about the exact opposite end of the spectrum, dude. Freaking Rey Mysterio coming in at 5'6" is an absolute beast in the ring. This guy high flying, just technically proficient wrestler. He is fantastic. The definition of luchador, man. He is just amazing. An amazing wrestler. And he is small in stature, but has defeated much larger enemies due to his technicality, his skill, his way to outwit his opponents. So like he is a wrestler that to me, he never comes out and says anything. He never really cuts promos or anything. He's very quiet. He just comes out and kicks ass.
Yep.
So in one regard, he's very similar to Brock Lesnar, but he loses sometimes.
Yes.
He has moves that don't go off without a hitch sometimes. So it's a lot more drama to the character. So although they're very similar, I'm such a bigger fan of Rey Mysterio.
And definitely we grew up watching this guy. So to see him still in there freaking rocking and rolling and doing some of those moves that, you might see some of these other guys on NXT doing now. But back in the day, like you said, man, Mysterio was the one that was bringing that, AAA Mexican style into, Lucha Libre, into the WWE and WCW. And, man, I know that I don't know if they've already fought, but I know back in the day, him versus Samoa Joe was like a dream match because, Joe's just a big dude, man. If he gets his hands on you, he can crush you, so this will be very cool to see the high flyer versus the strength. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And it should be a lot of fun again because Samoa Joe is a very technical wrestler. Now, look, I let me specify that I don't think Brock Lesnar's not a technical wrestler. The guy is an actual, almost, or maybe even was on, the Olympic wrestling team for the United States, and an absolute UFC champ.
Yes.
But he doesn't utilize any of that skill in professional wrestling. He just hammers people with the same 3 moves and leaves. He's basically the kind of bigger Roman Reigns. So that's why I'm not really a super fan. But Samoa Joe, you'll see him doing arm bars and headlocks and all sorts of different technical moves that are kind of showing off his technique and wrestling as a whole sport. So, I'm much more excited about that match.
I like when Joe will have somebody in the corner sitting, and then he'll just use himself as a weapon, and he'll just kind of do that roll into him. Just holy crap, man. How hey, we know it. We know wrestling's scripted, but how do you protect yourself from 280 pounds just slamming into you like that? Oh my gosh!
Man,
but
I do not know.
Who do you think is going to win, Mysterio or Samoa Joe?
That's a tough one because I almost feel like Rey Mysterio has been at it long enough that he would put Samoa Joe over.
I think so
just
too.
For story.
I think so too. I think they're going to give the win to Joe.
Yeah. But Mysterio, you're my boy Blue.
I
love him, dude. Look at this. Speak of the devil, we got Klops in the house down there. Everyone make sure to throw him some love. We heard you were doing some awesome charity streaming for autism, man. We gave you a shout out for that, and we appreciate so much you stopping by. And look at that, Mr. Mod Squad hanging with us. Power Hour love, yo. What is up, my dude? I love hanging out with both of these guys. They are fantastic Apex Legends player. If you ever catch them playing on a team together, you're going to see some serious shit.
That just kind of put a thought into my mind, man. Imagine if we got one of those wrestling games on there, and if other folks could join us, and we could have a little wrestling tournament in one of the games. That might be something we'll have to look at if people are into that, the gamers, that is.
Yeah, we'll have to find some wrestling gamers out there. I don't see a lot of people playing wrestling games, but I know they're out there.
Yeah,
we're gonna
absolutely.
Find them. I know we got wrestling fans out there in the chat. Throw some love if you got some wrestling love out there.
That might be kind of cool and fun because you know how it is, man. I knew folks that didn't like pro wrestling, but they played wrestling video games just because they're like, this shit's crazy, man. I think we got one more match to talk about. Then we're going to hit the Hall of Fame and probably call it for a night.
Heck yeah, man. Spooky Butt says she is back with a toasty, and I know nothing about wrestling.
Well, don't worry.
Okay. We're kind of spelling it out for you. It's just a little bit of fun stuff, some predictions for some upcoming matches next week. But we do have photos of here we go. Good-looking guys. Those last two maybe not so much, but definitely these two. So that's fun.
Well, these guys, it's for the WWE title, which is pretty much the SmackDown's main title for the male wrestlers. You got the champion, Daniel Bryant, who is, right now, he's a heel. His belt right there isn't made out of gold. It's actually made out of hemp.
Well, no shit.
But yeah, his whole thing is he's a vegan.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And he plays this it's almost like when he's a good guy, it's more like a yes kind of thing, and then when he's a bad guy, he's kind of like, I'm better than you guys because of my lifestyle. So they kind of play it both sides. But then you also have, which might be surprising for older wrestling fans, Kofi Kingston is going to take on him, you know, member of the New Day, you know, power of positivity right there. But yeah, the whole thing is since Royal Rumble, which we always known Kofi Kingston as being, you know, a spotlight on Royal Rumble, they've really been pushing.
Yeah, if I could, Kofi Kingston's well known in the Rumble because when you get thrown out, both your feet have to touch the floor.
Yes.
And for years and years now, he's always found some creative way to make sure his feet do not touch the floor, whether he's literally jumping on the back of another wrestler or falling out of the ring and then landing in a chair and scooting back to the ring so he can get in. He has done all sorts of acrobatics to keep from getting eliminated, and it's always a super ton of fun. So yeah, Kofi Kingston is always really well known for the Rumble, but I'm surprised to see him taking on a WWE title match.
And the whole thing is Kofi's been with the company for about 14 years now. And, you know, he's been tag champion and I think some of the you know, Intercontinental and stuff like that, but he's never actually gone for like a full world title. So the whole, what's up, man?
I'm sorry, dude. I just caught a comment in here. Aurelia's like, the one guy looks stoned and the other one looks like he's going to kill me. But I was like, yeah,
that's about it when it comes to some of these wrestling promo
good stuff.
Photos
good
here.
Stuff, man. I'm gonna catch up with a bit of chat real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, but they're flying some funny stuff in here, man. Spooky Butt says I'll watch anything Power Hour are doing, even if I'm confused the whole time, just because it's such a nice place to hang out. Thank you so much, Spooky. Or if you want to throw out a shout out for Spooky Butt and Klops and Mod Squad, please feel free. They're a fantastic group of folk. I'm so glad they're joining us tonight and hanging out.
Oh, absolutely. We always loved the Legion. We love that you guys are so into what we're doing, even when it's not something that you might actually be interested in. And at the same time, like I said, we're spreading love on stuff that we really enjoy. So who knows, maybe it might even entice you to check it out, you know. But if not, that's cool too. Party down in the chat. And like I said, just real quick about Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, hit it
the
up,
whole thing is that the last few months they've really been kind of pushing him as being like able to receive a world title. And it's been really cool because like Vince McMahon's been coming in and being like, Kofi, you know, you're a great B-list player. You know, you're just, that's where you belong, Kofi. They've really been kind of stacking the deck against him. But I know they did a gauntlet match where in that match, you know, two guys start fighting, but then whoever wins has to pretty much take on a fresh new wrestler right after it. And it goes through like 6 or 7 guys. Well, Kofi lasted like 5 opponents, which means he was on TV for like an hour.
Nice.
And I'm sure El Bandito can back this up. Just being in that ring for like 5 minutes is like utterly exhausting.
Yes.
So the fact that this guy put on such a great show for over an hour, which has been done before, but like we said, this guy's always...
It certainly hasn't been done in a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. He did eventually get beat by someone else, which then they only had to take on one other guy, so it was kind of like, oh, man, damn, Kofi was climbing the mountain, you know?
Yes.
But they've really kind of played it up where, you know, finally he's got his shot. So I have a feeling that Kofi Kingston will win the belt from Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
That'd be pretty wild. I mean, Daniel Bryan just came back. You know, he's rocking and rolling. They got him this special belt, man. I don't know. I think I'm going to go for Daniel Bryan still pulling this one out.
We'll see. We'll see. They might still keep Kofi fighting. And honestly,
we'll see.
Back in the day, titles did not change as often as they do now.
Yeah.
Like people would hold on to those titles for a year or two, and then it was a major event. So like you're right. Maybe they're going to make them fight harder for this battle. So that's going to wrap it up for our actual WrestleMania 35 talk. But we do have a little bit of stuff dealing with the Hall of Fame that we just want to mention. We don't have a bunch of pictures and stuff like that, but we at least wanted to give them some shout-outs.
We got some Hall of Fame love. We wanted to let you guys know some of the possible inductees coming up and stuff like that. Real quick, I wanted to say, Aurelia, thank you so much for throwing out all those shout-outs, man. I know we always work you to the bone, but you're so the best. We absolutely appreciate you. And if you guys have not had a chance, make sure to ! mod, check out Aurelia's page, throw her a follow. Check out all those beautiful people, those Legionnaires out there who we just shouted out in the chat. Make sure to throw them a follow because definitely the next time they're streaming, you're going to want to check them out. You know, we've got, like I said, some awesome Apex streamers out there. DJ Napalm, I saw, got a shout out there. He does an amazing DJ session live on
Oh,
Twitch
yeah.
here. So that's super fun. We're all getting hyped for that party. And, of course, Spooky Butt coming to us all the way from across the pond in beautiful, bloody old England out there. And, she joined us a few weeks ago for our Sea of Thieves stream, which I see she's formally apologizing for getting tipsy on Sea of Thieves stream. Had loads of fun, though. You do not have to apologize. You were still way more sober than me.
Dude, they got spaghetti growing on trees over there.
They do. Who touched my spaghetti? But no, Spooky, you're welcome anytime. We had a super blast. I see a couple other people are saying they had so much fun checking it out. I think we scared the hell out of poor Aurelia, who was moderating for us, that she was like, oh my God, these guys are dancing around TOS like it's not even funny. But we made it through. We had a lot of fun, and I enjoyed you letting me continue to play with you guys and be on your stream as well, you and Crow Cargo. Super ton of fun, guys. So we appreciate it. We'll have to be hitting the 7 Seas again sometime soon, lass.
Absolutely, man. Now, we have a lot of love for the Legion. And like I said, we're just going to wrap up this real quick with mentioning who's going to go into the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And then we'll tell you guys a little bit about some stuff we got going on next week. Plus, I know we got a new follow tonight. Like we said, man, we're getting closer and closer to that 100 and get everybody. But we'll tell you guys about that in just a second. Going to run down these guys real quick. I'll say one, then El Bandito will say one.
Okay.
First one we know of, we got the Honky Tonk Man. If you've never seen the Honky Tonk Man, he's pretty much like an Elvis impersonator, but he's also known for that kabonk, hit people with the guitar back in the 80s. Probably one of the best Intercontinental champions ever, and a great heel as well.
Next up, we got Tori Wilson. Rawr.
Absolutely, man. If you were watching during the Attitude Era and those early 2000 years, you definitely got your fill of Tori Wilson. I know she was a former women's champion, and also she was always appearing in those magazines, which I was a huge fan of when I was a younger boy, but we don't need to talk about that either.
Can we do the next one together? Because I'm pretty sure if they're getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, we've got 2 words for you.
Suck it. Oh, man, absolutely. The Generation X, man. These guys, you got Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the Road Dogg Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn.
X-Pac.
And probably go ahead and tell them who's
China, man.
Absolutely.
The 9th wonder of the world.
China. If you've never seen China, be careful what you Google, because you might see more of China than you wanted. It's spelled with the Y in there instead of an I. But yeah, no, China was awesome. Definitely rest in peace. She unfortunately passed away a few years ago, but it's awesome that she's finally getting into the Hall of Fame as a member of D-Generation X. Yeah,
she was an absolute just force to be reckoned with. I mean, she would just wrestle men. They didn't even put her in a women's league because at the time it was mostly like bra and panties matches. But China was out there beating the Road Dogg in matches. She'd jump in and interfere and take on The Rock. I mean, just all sorts of, just getting down and dirty with the boys, and she was great at it and just awesome, man. Just a legend.
You know it, man. And, I know we got super stoked this past Royal Rumble when Nia Jax entered the Royal Rumble, but actually China was the first woman to enter a Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. So definitely she has that title or that, accolade also included with her. But yeah, it's just great that she's finally making her way into the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. Because again, with WrestleMania 35 having a main event that's featuring all female competitors, you can't argue that China very much paved the way for that. There was a lot of female wrestlers that came beforehand, but no one that ever really made the fans stand up and take attention to the prowess and skill of women more so than China.
Absolutely. I see J-Dog down there. He put A Night in China. Yes, absolutely. Do not search that. Definitely would violate the TOS, at least from actually 2 members of the Generation X are in that film. But anyway.
What you guys can do if you want to Google search something fun, !AFD in the chat will lead you to a compilation on YouTube that we found earlier today. That's all of April Fool's greatest gags and pranks that came out today here in 2019. So that's a super ton of fun if you want to check that out. It's a really cool video. We put some of the clips in the promo that we did earlier today, so I think you'll have a lot of fun checking that out.
Oh, yeah, man. One more thing about the Generation X's entry into the Hall of Fame. Being that Shawn Michaels was already in the Hall of Fame, he's actually going to be a 2-time inductee, just like Ric Flair.
Woo.
Yep, absolutely.
Very nice, man. Well, we've got a couple more inductees we wanted to mention. Of course, the Harlem Heat.
Oh, man. Hulk Hogan coming to get you, sucker.
Yeah. Tell them about Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat, man, they were an awesome tag team in WCW. Man, they ran roughshod, taking on guys such as the Steiner Brothers, the Legion of Doom, otherwise known as the Road Warriors, the Nasty Boys. I mean, we're talking about all the classics, man. There were multiple times. I think they were like a 10-time tag champ in WCW. They never reformed in WWE. Like, pretty much by then, Booker T was doing his solo thing, and I'm not really sure where Stevie Ray ended up, but he definitely he's going to be coming back for the Hall of Fame induction. And at the same time, just like we said with Shawn Michaels, Booker T's already in the Hall of Fame, so it'll make him also two-time Hall of Fame. You know, I hope he does another Spinneroonie, man.
That'd be awesome. He does it just at the Hall of Fame in a tuxedo.
I think he did it. I think he did it when he got his first one.
Really? Okay, dude. I didn't catch that one. That is awesome, man. We'll have to check that out. But the last possible inductee here, or the mention inductee, really surprises me, I have to say. But it is the Hart Foundation.
Yes, and this is the tag team, the Hart Foundation. I'm sure they want to also induct the stable, you know, including Owen Hart and the British Bulldog. But this would be specified as Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who we also lost last year. Yes. So this is pretty cool. Also, this is almost a running theme for this year. Like, Bret Hart's already in the Hall of Fame. Now he'll be a two-time Hall of Fame.
It is. They're getting those doubles in, man.
They must be. I know a few people on that Smarks page are like, what if they just run out of people to... It's like, well, no, they're honoring some of these guys, especially with, you know, the Anvil passing away last year. Getting him in there, definitely very cool.
Absolutely, man. So that will wrap it up for the Hall of Fame WrestleMania 35 talk. Again, we wanted to invite all of you beautiful people out there to join us right here, 9 p.m. next Monday night, April 8th, where we're going to have our affiliate launch party. Woo! That's right, guys. We want to thank all of you amazing Legionnaires out there, everyone hanging out with us in chat, man. All of those beautiful follows have translated into us making affiliate here on Twitch. We're super excited to really feel like we're inducted and brought into your guys' community, and we appreciate you hanging out with us so much that we're going to do an affiliate launch party next week where we're going to be giving away prizes for all you beautiful people. We're going to have games for all you beautiful people. We're going to be opening up the Draft of Thrones where we get to play with all you beautiful people. You kind of seeing a theme here, right? Because it's not about the Power Hour. It's about the Legion. All of us together. That's why we're the Legion of Love, because any one of us can do great things. But all of us will do amazing things when we come together and work together and kick ass. So again, Halo 5, March Madness Champion 2019. We'll be doing an epic charity stream here in the upcoming weeks. We'll keep you guys posted on it. We'll let you know about it next week during our affiliate launch party, where we will be supporting Aurelia's April charity and doing an epic Halo 5 stream, probably with some fellow streamers, having a super ton of fun. And that's going to be a special event. We're going to keep you guys posted on that. This Wednesday coming up, 9 p.m., Eastern Time, we've got Power Hour of Love Game Night. That's where we are trying to connect more with all you beautiful people by playing some fun games with all the members of the Legion and having some fun. We've got a couple of people out there, Do It Daryl, Matthew Grizzly, Wormwood, all these beautiful people that last week I enjoyed Outlaws of the Old West with. We may be playing that again. We might be playing some Dead by Daylight. I don't know, but you know how you can find out? Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook, on Instagram. Wherever you guys choose to get in touch with us is going to be right where we want you to touch us. So it's fine. It's your choice. It's up to you. But the bottom line is that you stick right here with the Power Hour of Love. Look at these emojis in chat, man.
Oh,
y'all are going to have me Bible thumping in a minute. Come on now, man. That is so sweet.
We are the People's Podcast.
No doubt, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with us, for hanging with us, and having some fun. We are going to ask that you stick around for just a few minutes as we go raid one of these beautiful, amazing streamers, one of our friends, one of our Legion of Love members. I'm going to take a peek and see who's hanging out. I'm going to refresh my page because I think sometimes it lies to me. It's
those head lies.
Yes. The Bible thumps. Astro, amazing job again on his 24-hour stream. I got to tell a quick story about Astro.
Do it. Let's hear it.
Crushing Destiny, playing with Treason out there, playing with Esquire. So much fun. I had an awesome time hanging out with you guys. But I loved it when he was like, dude, I ate these Hot Pockets earlier, and I They didn't really sit well with me. I don't really feel healthy. So I got to get something different. I can't just eat more Hot Pockets. So he comes back with 2 hot dogs and like a half-pound bag of Skittles, and that was his healthy choice.
hey, you know, like you said, yes, all that tum-tum.
Dude, it powered him up, and he kicked some butt, and he made a full 24 hours, even throwing in an extra 20 or so minutes on the end so that he could end the stream on a choice match that he was actually kicking ass in. So it was super exciting, man. Again, thank you so much for doing that. We're glad that we raised some money for your charity. I think he ended up being only like $99 short of a goal that he was like reaching in like one day. So it was pretty amazing. And he got all the way up to 30 subscribers. So if you guys haven't followed Severed Astronaut, get over there and give him a follow. Make sure to shout him out for me, Aurelia. I would super appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like we got a few suggestions in here. We got
Skittles have fruit flavoring. That's healthy. They're like a fruit. Perfect.
It looks like Clops and
Booby Trap.
Booby Trap, and it looks like I see a couple of votes for Booby Trap.
A couple votes for Booby Trap. Yeah. I'm sure those are people who don't even know who she is. They're just like, yes. Let's go see whatever that is.
Oh man! So who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Those Skittles gave me energy. All right, Senior Bowl, do you want to do the honors of making the pick tonight? I'm leaning towards Clops just because he's doing the awesome autism charity stuff.
Yeah, let's do that. I think we rated Booby Trap a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Let's definitely throw a Clops' way for tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely. Want to definitely support in the charity that they are supporting. So definitely, let's throw it over there.
Absolutely, guys. So let's head on over to Clops' channel. Aurelia is going to set that raid up for us. And we're going to shoot on over. I want you guys to throw some love, throw some hearts, throw any fun super emojis that you've got down there. Let them know that the Power Hour sent you. And we hope to see you Wednesday night, if not right here Monday night next week, 9 p.m., our affiliate launch party with all you beautiful people. Have a fantastic night.
Yeah.